Hey, what is up? This is Press X to Start Podcast, Season 6, Episode 5. Press X to Start Podcast is an audio and video podcast seeking to transform the video game media landscape through an underserved and protected point of view. Happy Black History Month. I am your host, DJ, a.k.a. Sexy Bad Choices, a.k.a. 4 Million Strong, a.k.a. Do you know, everyone, who Sean Alexander Allen is?
No.
No? I'll tell you who he is. He's an indie game developer. He's an artist and a writer from New York City. Previously, he worked on AAA games for almost 5 years. His first game shipped over 2 million copies. He is currently in a new studio he created. Well, new, not of this recording, but new in terms of in the general scheme of space time, called New Challenger. He published Tenacity in Beatdown City. Have you ever heard about that game? This came out a couple years ago.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So, it's a game that is subversive of the fighting and RPG genres, as it is of gentrification, not gentrification, nationalism, and racial stereotyping.
Gentrification.
Yeah, I was actually planning on downloading this game and playing it, but it looked really cool. So I would. No, I don't know. Maybe not. You know, he might get my soul. But yeah, it's definitely worth picking up. It's definitely worth trying it out, and I recommend that you do it because if this was any point in time where we don't have games playing now and games coming up that are really big, I would probably be on this and be able to give some kind of impressions on it. But it's yeah, not right now. Who else is here?
All right. I am your heavyweight champion from Wishniggawood, California, aka the janitor because we watch niggas, aka New Fade Who Dis.
Oh,
Marcus Ellison.
Oh, if you are a video listener, you can see it. But if you're an audio listener, you are truly missing out on something that is very, very crazy. My man Marcus has cut his hair off, so you
what
can
we're
see.
witnessing is Marcus cheating on his barber.
Look. All right. Look. I moved. There was no way. I don't got money. I don't got fly my barber out money right now. All right.
I'm sure you can do a video call with your barber and have him talk you through cutting your hair.
Rios understands.
You ain't gonna get a call back for weeks, nigga. I am Sean MF Ross.
What MF stand for?
I'm still King Boji. We whooping ass out here.
Also, Sean, what's in the red Solo cup, my boy?
Water. I don't actually like alcohol.
By water,
that's a king right there. You hear
vodka.
that?
No, dead ass. This is literally just water and ice.
Oh yeah, I know. I believe you.
Okay. Yeah. We believe you.
You two are the weirdest Jamaicans ever.
We are the coolest Jamaicans ever.
I'm Avery.
Nailed it. All right. Well, that is who we are. And before we get into the highlights of this episode, we have a special announcements. Special announcements? Jesus. Okay. A special announcement. Singular, not plural. We will be having Hashim Hathaway, aka Shimbo, on next week's podcast. If you slightly remember that name, then you are one of the great ones because that means you've been listening to our content for a long time. He was actually our first guest that we had on a few years back, and we are delighted to have him back on again now because he's very, very, very active on social media and he's been doing a lot of stuff. So we will be talking about the games that he's been playing, and we'll be talking about the state of the console wars because moves have been made, and we really haven't had a chance to really sit down and have a conversation about the current state of things. So that's going to be a great episode. And of course, Black History Month, and he's black, and we're black. So, blackness.
DJ, every month is Black History Month when your entire cast is black.
You goddamn right,
That's
King.
true. You are so right. You
goddamn right.
All right.
Where's my hat?
Now getting to the highlights of this episode. We'll be talking about Microsoft surprisingly Microsoft surprisingly playing nice with its competition. I mean, surprisingly for some, other people, they called it.
They're not playing nice.
They called it.
They're obligated to play nice.
As far as I'm aware, your conversation was pretty much they were going to make it exclusive.
No. It was the other way.
Listen,
I was the
Jim
one that was
Ryan
like
threatened to delete his Destiny character if he didn't keep Call of Duty multi-platform.
A lot during the next PlayStation showcase. All right.
Keep Call of Duty on PlayStation or your character gets it.
Oh, that's pretty hilarious. Well, we talk about Nintendo laying Mario pipe all year long. I put some thought into these. And then we'll be talking about how to properly deliver hands in Sifu. All right.
Wow.
With that,
Hiya! Okay, go ahead.
All right. With that being said, let us jump into the heavy hitter, which is the Nintendo Direct. So this is their first Direct of the year, and boy, did it hit. So there was a lot of games released, or there was a lot of games shown. I'm not going to go through each and every one because it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So if you haven't seen it, I would suggest you go watch it.
Probably would have done reacts if we had more time to prepare, because this was a Direct where the day before, hey, we're doing a Direct. The day after, the Direct happened. The next day, we probably should have done something for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So like some of that, the heavy hitters they showed was Fire Emblem's Warriors 3 Hopes, not 3 Houses, 3 Hopes, which is a Musou version of Fire Emblem. That's pretty cool.
Specifically, 3 houses. Because they already have Fire Emblem Warriors, which is the Musou that's based on every other Fire Emblem franchise.
Those not in the know, explain what a Musou is.
Musou is a Dynasty Warriors game. Essentially a mindless hack and slash versus hundreds of enemies.
Yes. So a few years back, because I don't think it was last year, a few years back, they made a Zelda Musou game, and
they made 2.
They made 2. Okay, yeah, and yeah, they made 2. So like it sold really well, and it was very, very well received. So that's cool, and they're doing it with this. We had Mario Strikers Battle League. So Mario Strikers is back. That was a big pop. I'm gonna look into this game because I would like a soccer game that's not FIFA, and this might be the game that I go to. Although
bring back Disney All Stars. It was
all right. We had a gameplay, some gameplay footage from Splatoon 3, which was very interesting to say the least. The music was.
Yeah, the music was weird, but that's Splatoon music. I think it was
okay.
Yes, Salmon Rush, which is their sort of horde mode for Splatoon. Which is interesting about Splatoon 3 is that there's going to be the first Splatoon with a homegrown single player campaign involved in it. So this is interesting.
Okay. They showed Front Mission first remake, and they're also making Front Mission 2 remake. That's cool for the Front Mission fans. I am a Front Mission 3 fan. That's the first Front Mission that I played way back when. I actually played on emulator because I didn't have it was like high school era. Yeah, that's cool. They showed Disney Speedstorm, which is a weird thing to show at a Nintendo Direct because everyone's just like, well, we're kind of waiting on Mario Kart news, but what is this? This is a free-to-play kart racer with Disney characters, and it's a multi-platform games of service kind of thing.
Yeah. It looked dope as hell until I learned it was free-to-play. And I'm like, oh, never mind. This is not going to be what I want.
I mean, it's free-to-play, so you're welcome to try and see if it gets its hooks into you. Yeah. If your hook hooks into your wallet, maybe.
Apparently, they're bringing Nintendo Sports, Switch Sports.
Yeah. So they showed Star Wars Force Unleashed. That's interesting. They showed SD Gundam Battle Alliance.
Hell yeah. The one true Gundam.
Hey, Marcus, you changed your hair. How about you change your taste?
Mark, I'm gonna co-sign that shit. Not only was it SD Gundam with flaps, I saw Gundam Barbatos, I saw Epion, I saw so many Gundams that aren't just the RX-78. So this was ultimately the most interesting Gundam thing I've heard on this podcast for the last 10 years.
Talk your shit,
Hey,
King.
hey, you know what? I will allow that because it is leagues better than Gundam Evolution. I still hate that. We
Did you
got
play
Chrono
Gundam
Cross.
Evolution yet?
Huh?
Did you
No.
play Gundam Evolution yet?
I saw a video of it recently. I'm just like, this is
Isn't that Gundam Overwatch?
Yes, it is. It is so Overwatch. It's just like, come on, guys. Like, this isn't even the scale is all wrong. Like, these are humans that are cosplaying as Gundams fighting in this arena. Like, what are you guys doing? Anyways. Yeah, they showed Chrono Cross. We got a Kirby and Forbidden Lands. That was pretty cool. Uh, Kirby being the throat god that he always is, or it always is. I'm not sure.
I believe Kirby is a he. I believe Kirby is a he.
Is it? Oh, is he? Okay.
You could still be a throat god either way. Good God.
Yeah. Kirby's like,
Kirby
I
and
can manage my
Birdo,
mouth.
the original throat gods.
That game needs to end with Kirby just like taking the whole planet.
I didn't know where you were gonna go with that, and
You see that building in the background? Yep. Kirby.
challenge accepted.
All right. We got MLB The Show. We got live a life. Live
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 Alive.
a live.
Live,
alive.
love.
I don't know what this game is. That title is something else. As Sean mentioned, we have Nintendo Switch Sports, which is the Wii Sports spiritual sequel. I am so excited for this. I cannot wait. This is going to be the day one purchase. I loved Wii Sports. I love the bowling. I love the tennis. I love the boxing. Even though the boxing is not coming back here. For Nintendo Switch
Just
Sports,
fight in real life.
No,
I mean,
it's because they made
you
arms.
can't redo that.
Not that
arms, yeah.
attitude.
But yeah, so they're gonna have badminton, they're gonna have tennis, they're gonna have bowling, volleyball. It's like fencing. I don't remember the name. Like ciabatta. I don't know. That's a bread. And then
Ciabatta?
and then in the future they're gonna bring they have soccer too. In the future
Golf.
they're gonna bring golf. Yeah. So that's cool. I'm excited for that. We got Triangle Strategy. They showed that up again. It looked pretty cool. We got Cuphead coming. We got a Metroid Dread update. We got Earthbound. That was cool. A lot of
Earthbound
people.
and Mother 1.
Yes. Everyone wants Mother 3. Is that?
Yes, which was I've always heard the context of Mother 3. I always assumed it was like a very old game. No, it was a Game Boy Advance game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Really?
like it's
I always thought it was a super old game too. Wow, interesting. All right, I'm gonna skip a couple of games. They showed Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, which is the booster course pass. Again, people were looking at the whole Disney Kart Racer, and it's like, oh, this is weird. Like, are they going to show Mario Kart? Like, what's happening with that? And then, as I said earlier, Nintendo laid pipe with the Mario. It's just like,
dude, it's this like Mario Kart 8 is already the perfect kart racer, and this is just, hey, you can fit 4 more kart racers in this bad boy.
yeah. So they are dropping it's 48 more courses. It's they're coming to you
God damn.
they're coming like I think it's like 4 courses every 6 weeks or something like that. And it's
think
going to be supported
to like I think wasn't it something is going to be supported to like 2026 or something absurd like that? Yeah.
No, the end of 2023.
Okay, 2023. I was reading something else.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's $24.99. Like this is, and I'm not a person who plays Mario Kart, but like looking at this, it's just like
I only play one Mario Kart level, so
It's a baby park.
It's Baby Park. Baby Park's the most fun you can ever have playing Mario Kart.
I've recently been playing Mario Kart here and there. I'm not any better at it, but it's fun.
At least Andrew's not here, so we can play other maps other than Baby Park.
I love Baby Park.
But see, look at that. Yeah, so Okay, so yeah, this really cool. Like, and it's great to see that instead of making a sequel that would probably make Nintendo a whole lot of money, they're like, you know what, we're just gonna continue supporting the game that everyone already loves, and they did that. And like to get 48 more courses,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a record set, but like
No,
this
this
seems
is
like
the most courses in a Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was already the most courses in a Mario Kart. This will be
yeah,
the most.
jeez. And I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking like, is this the most?
DLC period.
Yeah, yeah, for the cost of just like $25?
Well, I mean, you're also looking at it this way. Most people bought Mario Kart 8, and then they bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe again for another $60. So that's $120 you spent on Mario Kart, and
You're
now
right. You're
here's
right.
29 extra dollars. Okay, so this is let's it's about theoretically everyone should spend $150 on Mario Kart 8.
You know what? You're right.
When you put it like that.
Over the course of time, though, it all balances out. When did the
It makes
original
sense.
Mario Kart 8 come out?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. It was the Wii U. I bought I bought it because I liked the Wii U, but I don't remember when I bought it.
All right, and then they had one more thing, which was Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Maybe I will finish the Xenoblade.
This game looks super impressive, especially coming to the Switch and having Pokemon Legends drop and being like, why does this game look like this? Like Xenoblade is a certified like eye candy for the Switch. I've watched that trailer twice. I think it looks great. I think it sounds very interesting, to not offend the choices made for the characters there. Avery, why they all have like British
They,
accents?
if I can remember, outside of Xenoblade Chronicles X, I believe Xenoblade and Xenoblade 2 have both had EU English voice casts.
Oh,
Is
Like Shulk, if you remember, you play Shulk in Smash Brothers, he has an accent.
yes. Okay, that makes sense.
are Xenoblade and Xenosaga?
Yes, they're connected. It's
Okay.
Monolith. It's Monolith Soft.
Okay.
Do you remember Xenogears?
Totally.
Also connected.
Yep.
Yeah,
Why don't they-
knew that.
Because the Xenogears team went on to make Xenosaga, and Xenosaga was supposed to be a series of like 9 games that they ended up being like, all right, let's just make this 3.
Yeah.
And now they're moving on here, and they're making a completely different set of games.
They need to bring back Xenogears. I need more mecha.
I mean,
Okay.
there are all the Xeno series games have mecha. You can summon mechs in Xenoblade, in Xenosaga, and in and in at least Xenoblade Chronicles X, the whole big part of that game was having giant robots to fight enemies with.
Mm-hmm.
Did they market that? Did
Yes.
I miss that?
Yes.
I can't even play.
They didn't market it in Xenosaga, but
In Xenosaga they didn't market it, but in Xenoblade Chronicles X, there were many shots of people on giant robots.
Wow. Oh wait, aren't you on like a giant dragon or something?
That's Xeno Chronicles. That's Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
it's Drakengard, you idiot.
All right. So that's essentially what they showed at the direct. How would you guys rate this direct?
I'd say it's a B plus Dynamite Direct. It didn't have oh my god moment for me, but I think they consistently showed off games that were interesting looking. It's out, and they also did the thing of finally giving me a reason to play my Switch with the Mario Kart stuff, which is all I'm asking for Nintendo at this point. All I'm asking for.
Yeah. I'm pretty much in the same realm of a B. I actually might go like B plus. I think as you, Avery, like I didn't have any like, oh my god, this is insane moments, but I did have a number of moments that really like popped for me for like so Nintendo Switch Sports, that was a big pop for me. Front Mission, just to see that come back, pop for me. I will say that pop kind of reduced in excitement when I actually saw what it looked like. I was like, oh, that's not the choice I would have gone with in terms of art style.
Well, if you're making it for the Switch, that's the choice you have to make.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think Mario Kart was a pop for me, even though I'm not really into Mario Kart, but just to see the amount of DLC they're giving, like that was just really, really amazing and really cool to see, especially for people who are into Mario Kart. Like that is just that's just a good deal. It's a good deal. Um, yeah, other than that, like everything else was just like, okay, this is fine. Then the Splatoon 3 stuff was just kind of what's going on here? Like this is weird. Although I will say that there was other parts in the show that was kind of like, what's are we like there wasn't really much for me to like really hold my attention. But overall, like it was a good show though. Marcus, what's your take on all this?
I didn't watch it.
But hearing our words, would you consider getting a Switch to go along with your Xbox Series S and PS5?
Probably not.
Jesus, all right, Sean.
I feel like if I was ever going to get a Switch, it would have been during the pandemic or the lockdown, and I didn't. So,
okay,
10 out of 10 didn't watch it.
I mean, from what you guys have said, it sounds like one hell of a show, though. If I was a Nintendo fan, I would probably be, as you say, popped. It's funny to hear you guys say it got a pop out of you because that term originated in wrestling. So it warms my heart to hear you use wrestling phrases as the lone wrestling fan here.
All right, you're breaking kayfabe. Let's move on.
I'm sorry.
And then my last question before we get into the next section is comparing Nintendo Direct to the State of Play and Microsoft's stuff. Do you think that more work needs to be done in terms of refining the State of Play, and does Microsoft needs to respond to Nintendo Direct in terms of having their own like product like this?
I have thought about this a lot, and ultimately it's come down to just the group of games you show. That's ultimately what everyone's going to remember about your press conference, even if it's not like a quote-unquote good, well-designed press conference. If you end it with Last of Us 3, no one's going to talk about anything else but Last of Us 3. So it's one of those things where, like, if anything, I will say that PlayStation with State of Plays needs to, if they want them to have the same intensity as Nintendo Direct, is that they shouldn't have as many as they end up having, and that they should be focused on showing a lot of interesting games and not just, here's one interesting game that we've got everyone interested in that we've sort of already spoiled, and like 5 to 10 indie games that like maybe you're carrying them out. But what's interesting with PlayStation versus the State of Play is that there are multiple states of plays, and they have multiple avenues of them in a way that I don't think Nintendo really does. Like, I don't watch every Nintendo Direct, but I don't think they often have a Nintendo Direct that's just focusing on one singular game for like a long period of time, while PlayStation will like, here's a 15 to 20 minute State of Play talking about one game.
Right.
And those
that's
and those only flat if you care about those games. Like, none of us talked about the Gran Turismo State of Play that came out because none of us give a shit about Gran Turismo, so we all just ignored it. But
I'm actually looking up the numbers on Gran Turismo to see like where that eked out on the PlayStation YouTube channel.
And then but when the Horizon State of Play came out, that's all we were talking about. Like, oh my god, this game looks amazing. But like, they also branded it was it's ultimately, I don't have a marketing degree, so like it's whatever. And I can't remember what Microsoft does. I know they have Inside Xbox, but I think that's sort of like just a glorified podcast that they'll talk about shit on.
Okay, so I found the numbers, and on the PlayStation YouTube channel, the Gran Turismo State of Play did 2.3 million views.
Yeah, it's Gran Turismo.
Is that good?
No, it's Gran Turismo.
That is insane.
It's Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
We're
That is
we're
insane.
we are just not the audience.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. But yeah, yeah, like I would love to see PlayStation kind of um put a little bit more. I mean, I guess it's also just like what Nintendo represents in terms of they're always they're always about their presentation in terms of like this is how we want to be perceived. So we have like really poppy colors, we have people on screen smiling at the camera. We're never taking ourselves too seriously. And I would love to see like something like that being kind of mirrored, especially for Xbox. I feel like Phil Spencer, for as much as he's doing to um, you know, be good guy Phil. I think them doing a Microsoft Direct in a way where it's Nintendo Direct, but everything is green would be like really cool to see. I think PlayStation, their state of play,
I
I
think
would,
if I was PlayStation, I would have 3 state of plays a year. One in the beginning of the year, one around E3, which is our sort of big showcase, and then one towards the tail end. And then I would just do the focus state of play every time we have a big PlayStation game we want to talk about. Everything else, you're fine, and you're just because like ultimately one of the issues they had is that if they do so many of them, they like we end up with we've seen Deathloop 15 times.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's true. And really and truly, like a lot of that stuff could just be blog posts. And like that's also like you don't want to spend that much money and then it's just like, oh, that just could have been a blog post. It's like, that sucks.
Are they spending a lot of money?
I don't know.
I don't think they're spending a lot of money on.
Like when they were doing big stage press conferences, they were spending a lot of money.
True,
But this
true,
is
true,
like
true.
a drop in the bucket, which is like
A state of play is just a
literally
couple of
give
editors.
Marcus like 10 Red Bulls and like just raw footage, and he could probably like fucking bang out a Horizon State of Play in like a week or two.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Right. And it only takes me 8 Red Bulls.
Get his roommate to do the disembodied female voice, and we got it.
That's true. That's true.
Oh man. All right. Well, that has been our heavy hitter. And before we get into the next section, we have a word from our sponsors. It's us, as usual.
One day it won't be.
I know, one day.
I mean, we had that one company trying to offer us $25, but I mean,
It was a ball shaver company.
No. I'm talking about the people who want us to be on their podcast platform.
Oh,
Yeah.
We shall not mention their name.
they who should not be.
I mean,
named.
I will shield for Manscaped.
Right. We're all men.
All right.
We all have hair. Yeah.
So
You ready?
we're touching on an hour.
Let's make this.
Yeah.
Are we all just going to talk about Sifu?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed laughing, complaining, and then ultimately being frustrated over Sifu. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoy making it. Don't forget to laugh and rate, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Make sure you hit those like buttons. Make sure you tell your friends about our content, and make sure you always subscribe to Press X to start. Pew pew. I'm trying a new little thing, doing the pew pew.
No,
Yes, that's Kevin Hart.
no,
I don't care.
no.
Yeah,
Live, laugh, love.
live, laugh, and start. Yeah.
All right.
All right. You take care. You be safe, and you have a great day, night, and tell your friends about us. We appreciate it.
Uno out.
Peace out.